Hello folks, welcome to Drangleic, piece of cake, Dark Souls 2. So I'm just starting Dark Souls 2 for the first time on the 360 here. My goodness, look at this. Does anybody read all this? Oh my god. And I have it on the PC, and I have it as well on the PS3. But for recording purposes, it's easier for me to do it on the 360. And plus I also want to try it out on this system to see how it holds up. So we're going to start a new game. Looks good. Actually, let's turn the brightness up, because I know that on YouTube it sometimes we'll go all the way up. And we will turn the camera auto adjust off, because that has a tendency to screw me up whilst playing.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land.
I really do like the intro to the sequel here. I wish they had an area in the game that looked like this, that, you know, I mean obviously not at this graphical fidelity, but you know, where it was like a raining forest would be pretty cool. Huntsman's Copse comes probably the closest.
You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future.
So I wonder if that black
very
miasma coming out of his back is supposed to be the dark sign, you know, the sign of the curse, or not.
None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow.
I do like how they explain what a hollow is and what the curse is right from the beginning.
In a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drangleic. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
I love this part with the tree and these fireflies or torchlight butterflies, whatever these are. Although they look more like fireflies now that I look at them. And all the dead bodies littered around the tree. Straight out of Indiana Jones.
Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish.
Oh, my boat.
Time after time.
I might as well jump into this big
is
black
your
pit.
Fate. The fate of the cursed.
Here I come, motherfuckers! Alright, so I haven't quite decided what kind of character I'm gonna build. I think I'm gonna go with a hunter to start with, and then from there we can branch to whatever. I do like having a bow to start with in order to pull enemies if needed. And I believe this starting outfit is pretty cool for the hunter too. So here we are. Let it begin. Got kind of a Raggedy Man outfit here to begin with. Now, of course, we haven't determined the sex yet, so they kind of leave it a mystery, although if you do take off the clothes that you have on, it will be a male character underneath. Alright, so there are some creatures around in here. So when I first played the game on the PS3, let's see if I can find any. I think they're in this area. They might be in the next little area. Alright, they're up here. Some bones of these guys. I believe, yeah, they'll leave you alone, these little gremlins. And so when I first played on the PS3, I thought, you know what? I think I'm gonna, try and attack one of them. They can't be that tough. So if you attack one of these guys, there's about 5 of them that come out and rip you to shreds. So that was how I got the first achievement or trophy on the PS3. This is Dark Souls, where you have your first death. So there's a coin here. The rusted coin will boost your luck. So if you want to try and get help finding, a particular item drop from an enemy, those are good to use. Alright, so I don't think there's anything else in here right now, although I am going to take one quick look. Alright, enough of this area. So that right there is just a ginormous tree, and literally a tree house. That is where the Firekeeper sisters reside. Now through here, there's a big ogre. We'll leave him alone for now since we have no weapons whatsoever except life-affirming flesh. Let's go through this little passageway and we'll pick up the small, smooth, and silky stone. Alright. I think is there anything over here? No. It's been a while since I've been in this starting area. I'll just let myself in.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face.
Look who's talking.
The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play.
Yes, we have.
They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
So I do like how they explain the curse here in the beginning as opposed to the first game. I mean, well, the first game explains it too, but I like this explanation a bit. It's a little bit more in depth here. Alright, so let's see. Let's pick a name for simplicity. We will go with this.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
So these human effigies in the sequel here, they pretty much take the place of the humanity from the first game, although they do have some other uses as well.
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
So here with that, with the effigy, we are able to choose our character. So class. Let's see. Maybe I'll. Oh, I was thinking of the bandit when I said the hunter. I think we're gonna go with. Explorer's not bad either, but I prefer the armor set for the bandit, so we're gonna go with that. Now, as far as the starting gifts, the life ring, this isn't too bad. Human effigy, you know, is fairly useful to return you to human form from being hollow, but you can find quite a few of them in the game. You can't farm them like you could humanity in the first game. There are some creatures where you can farm them somewhat, but not to the point where you could farm humanity in the first game. There's some healing items there. Homeward Bone is that one's pretty useless. Seed of a Tree of Giants. This, I believe, you can have the enemies in an area turn against someone who invades you. Again, it's not completely useful to me. The Petrified Something, I believe you can give that to the birds in the game, and they will trade for something. But as well, I don't want that. I'm going to go with the Bonfire Ascetic. These are pretty useful in that they'll reset the area to the next level up. So basically, if you're in New Game and you use one on an area, it sets it to New Game Plus, and it's cumulative. So if you use more than one of those in a particular area, you're ramping it up into New Game 1, 2, 3, etc. And it remembers that as well on your next playthrough. So these are useful if you want to try and get certain items that are only in New Game Plus, or if you're just wanting extra souls, things like that. And there aren't a ton of these in the game. So anyway, that's what I'm going to pick. Let's see, for the body, will be a male. Now, what kind of character am I going to be is the question. Believe I may go with dexterity magic build, but I'm not positive. We'll stick with that. We can be either super muscular or just normal. I guess we'll be, although even the normal guy is pretty good shape. Alright. Let's see here. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on this. Let's just stick with that, shall we? Crazy eyebrows you can pick here, but again, I don't want to spend a lot of time with this. We could have a scruffy beard though. Might not be bad, although I don't really have it match the colors all that great. There we go. We can rock a goatee here. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Done.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow.
So at the beginning they say you spoke to
fool you no longer.
you spoke to that old deer or something like that. And I'm not quite sure on that if they mean the old lady from the cutscene who also looks like a firekeeper, if she's in another land and then sends you on your way here and she's the lost sister, or if she is some other character. Either that or I misheard what they said there. But I'm kind of curious on that. Alright, so here are all the items that I got from the Black Armor edition. So definitely worth getting that edition as a pre-order. Plus the steel case looks pretty cool.
This is a limbo. A link between Drangleic and the outer world. Fair traveler, I know that you must have a story. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost, decayed kingdom.
Okay, so
You must go on a journey without rest. Well, I suppose if you find yourself at an impasse. But if your will is yet unbroken, then you may return here.
So you can actually get items later in the game
To
called
start
soul
again.
vessels, and
With a clean
this is
slate.
what she's talking about here, starting over with a clean slate. You can reallocate the levels that you've done into different areas of your attributes, which is pretty useful. But you don't get a ton of those soul vessels. And maybe you get I don't know. I want to say 4 or 5 in one playthrough
go along.
maximum, which is still pretty good. I mean, alright, so here's your first bonfire. And for those of you new to the Soul series, the bonfires basically will replenish your Estus flask, which are used for healing. And they can also be used to warp, and they'll also reset all your spell uses and any afflictions that you have, status ailments, etc. And in this game as well, in the sequel, you can use them to light torches, which I'm going to do right now. So you can toggle that and light your torch. And the reason I'm bringing that is because there are these dioces here that you can light along the way. Kind of helpful to, I guess, mark where you've been and also light the area. So we're going to go right ahead through here. And this area here, before you get to the sort of the main area of the game, is pretty much the tutorial. And I'm not going to read every one of these stones, but I will read the first one here just to kind of show you what they're about. They basically are giving you your tutorial on what you need to do to play the game. So here I've locked on. I'm going to attack this guy, but I'm not going to read the rest of these. I'll pretty much just be doing the action. So here, this guy's kind of hiding there to the side. Take him out. Like this. And you notice there's a timer on the torch too. So they are limited in how long you can use them. So this one is a backstab opportunity. You come up behind guys, you can do these devastating backstabs, and that's one thing I really do like in the sequel. Are the backstab animations are just absolutely brutal. I mean, it's definitely a little more difficult to do the backstabs in this game. I mean, it's not necessarily hard, but it's not as prevalent as the first one in my opinion. But which is I'm fine with. But the animations are just absolutely awesome. Still hit me even after I rolled out. So I lost my torch here, but I can, and you can also relight your torch at any of these daises that you've lit up. Alright, so I'll go through here. We'll let this guy come through, and you know it's got a little buddy up there shooting arrows at you from a distance. I'm going to take this spool out. Grab this item over here. Life gem. So life gems are new to the sequel. They're pretty much like your mini healing items. They're very easy to get after a while. In the beginning of the game there aren't that many, but then there's a merchant later who will sell them, and basically it's always a good idea to have a very large stock of them on hand. Alright, so over here we have the nest with the birds.
You, give us food. Yes, you, give us Silky.
So if you have some of those smooth and silky stones, you can use those here to get different items in the game. I'm not going to bother with that right at the moment, but I'm going to kick this ladder in the face, and then we're going to go down. You can see an ogre there on the beach in the distance. He's guarding this coffin slash boat that you can actually get into, and it will change the gender of your character. And actually, let's see, make sure we do have some arrows. Alright, so that guy we're going to take out from range. Hide behind this tree. Ah! Alright, I'm going to kick this tree in the face. I kind of wish they had more stuff like this in the game. There aren't too many instances where they have interactive things in the environment that you can kick down like this, which I think are pretty cool actually. Okay, make sure you don't fall off. Alright, so here we've got a guy just waiting to ambush us down there, but we are going to surprise him with an arrow to the face. And there's another guy down there as well that I thought, let me just see. There he is. Hello, you. Let's trade some arrows here. Oh, come on. Guess I'll use one of my life gems here. And you can run up the ladders, which is a great addition in the sequel. So they seem to get better with each of the Souls games, you know, starting with Demon Souls, where it was just painstakingly excruciating to slowly go up the ladder, and it got better in Dark Souls, and then now it's high-speed ladder climbing, which is great. You know what, I don't think I'm going to mess with these ogres right now, because I don't want to take the time to do it. You can get behind them, and there's a little trick where you can get them stuck in a loop where they do this move where they keep trying to butt slam you, try to drop on you when you're behind them. And if you can get them stuck in that loop, you can wheedle them down pretty good, but there's really just not a great benefit to do it right now. And I wish I would have had my torch, so that's where I've already been. So we will keep going here, and pretty much I think I went through most of the areas, although I might have missed one area that I'll come back to, but I'm not overly concerned at the moment because I want to get into the game proper here. So here is this cave. You know, this is a great intro, lots of messages here. Destroy but hold, tongue roll, lots of innuendo messages. And then we are greeted to the praise the sun. Welcome to Majula. Okay, and you know, here as well there are some useful items here we can drop down to get, and I believe I have enough health to do it. I'm gonna feel real stupid if I die here. Alright, let's risk it. Boom. Yep. Wrong one. Oh wait, no, it's the right one. Alright. And excellent. So down here we have a morning star right from the beginning and a cleric's sacred chime. Both are really useful. Cleric's chime you can use for miracles, and the morning star is actually a pretty decent weapon, and the binoculars are also very useful. You can use them as a spellcaster to sort of aim your shots, etc. So here's where you would normally actually no, over here is, and up through that gate is where you would normally come down, and this will be your sort of HQ for the game, is Majula. You'll be coming back here a lot. There'll be various vendors here that will sell items, etc. I'll light the bonfire, and then here is one of the most important story-driven NPCs, the Emerald Herald.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
So here's where you get the all-important Estus flask.
He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
Alright, so we can level up with the Emerald Herald.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery.
It's a pleasant thought.
For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You
And
will
you
never
can
meet the
actually
king with a
kill
soul
her.
so frail and pallid.
Thinking about it, thinking about it. You're right, thinking about it. No, but don't, because there's really no benefit to that whatsoever, and it will really impede your progress within the game. Alright, so up here we also have our crestfallen bro. Who's actually the same voice actor
undead, aren't you?
from Dark Souls.
You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement, a place where life is almost normal. And in Drangleic these days, there are very few places like that. I am Solden, and like you, I
Betty
lost
doesn't say,
everything.
I am crestfallen,
And now
Solden.
I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here.
Break the curse.
Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you.
You're not giving me any good news
or
here, buddy.
anybody.
Can't you see this axe I'm holding?
Do you know much about
Now,
souls?
if you keep talking to Solden here, he'll let you join
Even I'm not certain,
the
but
Way of Blue Covenant.
I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything, what we call the curse. Do
Well, he
you
talks
see
a lot
what
about
that
the
means?
souls and curses here
To
and
be
yada yada.
alive
I'm going to speed this up a little bit, and you can read this on your own.
Quite a predicament. There are 4 beings in this land with
so
giant
this is actually
souls.
pretty important.
And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now.
We're not frightened.
Like I have.
So he pretty much hangs out up here for the whole duration of the game. And if I keep talking to him, I believe I can... Yeah, here's where it comes, where I'll be able to join the Covenant.
Is long
the way of blue.
and treacherous. You will face invaders from other worlds at every turn.
Unfortunately, because of the soul memory in the game, the way of blue doesn't work as good as it should.
When you face danger,
all the souls you collect in the game go into this bucket called your soul memory, and it links you up with people such as invaders, etc. You know, who are at that same soul level. So I'm gonna join the way of blue. Might as well.
That is a wise decision.
Thank you.
People are weak, but the blue sentinels watch over.
And it's too bad because I wish the invading and the blue sentinels, you know, along with the red invaders, just worked better. It would be so much fun to get invaded, and then somebody suddenly comes in to help you, and then you know, it's just it would have been a lot more cool. So here are all the deaths worldwide. So current tally here, nearly 100 million. And I'm not sure if that's across all platforms, but or not. And this one is worn beyond recognition. All right, what does this guy have to say? All right. So I believe there's an item. I thought there was something over here, but I could be wrong. Oh. What's that? Bloodstain? Item? No. Just death. Alright. Over here. Later on there'll be an NPC in this area, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's go kill some stuff. Let's see. Let's talk to this guy first. Here's the blacksmith in the game, one of the blacksmiths. Pretty much the main one you'll use to start with.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door.
And he's obviously, from the pallor of his skin, pretty far along the hollow path.
But now somebody's gone and locked the door. I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. Get to it. Alright, well, we've got one mission. So they mentioned those 4 great souls and King Vendrick, or the king at this point. I don't believe she may have said his name. In this little tent here, I have an item. And one thing you'll also want to do immediately upon starting the game, after talking to the Emerald Herald and Blacksmith, etc., is come over to this well and give this rock here a good hit. And here you'll get your first Estus flask shard, which are really useful. So you can see right now, do I even have any? Oh, I haven't rested at the bonfire, so I believe I need to do that for my first Estus. So let's rest here really quickly. Or no, I actually need to equip it, I believe. Alright, so you remember the Emerald Herald. Did she give it to me or not? Oh, that's weird. Maybe you need to find the first one to... Oh, okay. I thought she gave it.
Seek those whose name, their soul, once you have, so that hope. Is that a shard? Here, let me see, to see light, however faint it might.
So you give her the Estus Flask Shard, and she will upgrade your Estus. Okay. And what is going on here? Where is my Estus Flask? Am I just completely... Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm so used to the PC and the other, so sorry about that. Alright, so I was on the wrong screen. Equipment, we want to... There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, so now you can see I have 2. You start out with 1. We've got 2 now, and we can begin our journey. Now the Estus Flask will heal you much faster than the Life Gems. The Life Gems are healing over time, very slow. I have noticed you can stack them though, and it seems to speed up the healing. So here's Moglin, or Maulin.
I'm Maulin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you...
So... He does sell some useful items. Well, I can't afford any of it right now. But what I can do is go up this ladder and steal some stuff. I don't think I want to buy anything. I'm just going to steal stuff out of your chest. Is that okay? Alright, good. You don't mind, Maulin, do you? See this axe? You don't mind, do you? You don't mind. Alright, now, you'll also notice this pit here right in the middle, and some items, and way down you can see a torch lit and a platform. That obviously will be somewhere we can go later. Here's an abandoned manor. It's locked. We'll have to get to that later. And the only enemies around this area are these, there's all these little piglet things around here, and we'll just leave them alone. Oh, you know what I did forget? Oh, no, now I got their attention. Go away, you. Go away. Alright, so let's see. Alright, first off, now I have to decide where I want to go first. This guy is still following me. Look at that thing. Now where is he going? Look at him. There is another covenant up here we'll take a look at. I'm actually I'm debating to join it, but I think I do want to do some jolly cooperation, so I may not join it, but I'll at least show it to you. Up around this bend here is the Champions Covenant. So you can enter the Covenant, set you on an arduous path. So what this does is you cannot summon other players to help you with bosses. Although I'm just going to say yes for now. Are you prepared to join this covenant? Sure. But then I'll say no. This thing followed me all the way up here. Whoa. And they're fairly hard to kill too. Or maybe I can knock them off. Hold on. There you go. Down you go. So, and there's an item here. Homeward Bone ×5, very useful. There's Porky Pig's buddy there, so we're gonna leave him alone. Alright, this way, we don't want to go through there quite yet. Now I finally got the souls, the other one must have fallen too. We are going to check up here though. Divine Blessing. That will completely heal you and all your status ailments, I believe. There aren't very many of those in the game, so use them very sparingly. Through here we have another NPC who will follow you along through your journey. It's Bernhardt of Jugo, I believe.
With me. The way yonder's all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue. Heavens above. Who thought it a good idea to put it there?
One thing I really do like in the sequel is the voice acting. For the most part, I would say it's pretty awesome. I mean, I love the voice acting of almost all the NPCs.
See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. Hey, you don't think a real live person was turned to stone, do you?
Maybe.
See that statue? Just doesn't seem. Hey, you don't think?
Alright, here we have more Homer bones, so now we've got about 8 of them or more. So in here, you'll notice this statue here. We'll take a look. Statue blocks your way. It's obviously a statue of a woman. Looks like she was trying to pull on that lever, probably to escape this door, or to open the door to escape something, by the looks of her, whatever turned her into stone. Now in here are some enemies that I don't particularly want to deal with right now, as they're fairly strong, so we'll leave them be for the time being. Alright, so to begin the game, we are going to go down and around this corner. So my suggestion would be for new players, the easiest path to start out with would be along this route here and in through here. And I actually had to think for a moment to remember, okay, now where do I go? Because it's been a while since I've been here. So right off the bat, you've got an iron chest here with another rusted coin to improve our luck. And one thing I am going to do right away is change up some of my equipment. So I'm going to give myself one of my shields. I'm going to take this bound wooden shield that has pretty good defense against physical damage, 90. So we're going to take that. But I can't. Okay, what are the stats for this? Okay, so I need 11 strength for this. So scratch that. What can we use? Let's take the black flamestone palm, I believe. That one's 85. They both are. What about this one? Alright, we're going to take this one. We're going to go for the look factor. And let's check out the weapons, if there's anything better we want to use. The stats for these are higher than we can handle right now. But I'm going to take a secondary weapon as a dagger, because the daggers have absolutely devastating backstabs. Alright, so go through here and down here, pull this lever. So, over here there isn't anything, I don't believe, but I am going to double check, so I'm positive. Alright, so down below you will notice a treasure chest. So we are going to drop down carefully. And we have our human effigy. And be careful of this. It looks like you might be able to jump in there, but no, it's a drop off there, so do not go in there. That item there you know, looks like you want to go get that, but wait for it. There's another way to get to it. You want to carefully walk up this path. Alright, so let the battle commence! And welcome to the Forest of Fallen Giants. And let's greet this guy. Oh, let's show you the dagger. Oh, hello. Oh, how did that feel? Oh, I'm just trying to parry. So he does it double-handed, of course. Alright, so here, there's also a bonfire very close here. First, I'm going to get this item. Another life gem. I'm not going to use it because right around the corner here and through this gap is another bonfire. So now with that lit, once I rest at it, that will heal me, and you'll notice here I can now attune any spells. You can also burn human effigies. That will make the chances of someone invading you lessened. I would highly suggest you don't burn any human effigies unless you're really worried about invaders. But if you aren't worried about invaders, you could just play offline as well. And from here, you can also travel, right? So we've already got 3 locations we can travel amongst. Things betwixt forest here and back to Majula. So very handy. So we're just gonna give this guy another tickle. Oh, he's not gonna fall for it this time. Whoa! Alright, settle down. Ow. Oh, look at that guy's a sliver of health. Alright. I got a throwing knife. We're going to use one of our life gems. Alright, these guys got their attention. Ah, come on. Alright. Oh, get over here. Alright, so you got this guy up there taking pot shots at you with the bow and arrow, and then you got his little friend hiding over there to the right. But we're gonna first take this guy out. Oh, sit down. So one thing you can do too is as they're getting up, you'll notice a lot in Dark Souls 2 is you can start attacking them while they're trying to get up. So one thing we're going to do here too that I forgot to do, we're going to run back here really quickly. And you remember that item that we saw when we were on that little island there that had the treasure chest, but I warned you not to jump. Well, here's where you want to go. So as you come into the area, you take a right and go into the stream, come up here, and here. And there, we got another homeward bone and soul item. Nothing crazy useful, but you know, homeward bones are handy, so definitely worth picking up. And there is an item as well, I believe, through here. So another soul item. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did you come from? Fair enough. So you can use life gems while you're walking, but it pretty much slows you to crawl. Alright, so here you come into this dugout. Roots here. And, what do we have up here? There's a guy. There's a guy. So you've got a few soldiers waiting for you up here. can. That guy jumped about 50 feet. So one little trick you can do. Oh, I hope that doesn't kill me. Is they will come down here if you drop down. Oh, hello. Axe to the back. That feel. Jump at me, will you? Oh, here's your buddy. Oh, how did that feel? Alright, back up we go. So that area can be a little tricky because they all gang up on you, but if you do that little simple trick of falling down there and just taking them out on the ladder, that's a much easier way to handle that situation. So you'll notice this knight here, you cannot talk to the Hide Knight, but you can attack him and get some items. I'm not going to do that right now, but I am going to go over here. So there is an item as well over there that you can run and jump to. I don't think I'm going to do that this minute, although I could. I don't particularly feel like dying my first death there. Oh, they both dropped something for me. Excellent. Couple of life gems. Nice. So you can see I already have 16 life gems, which is pretty good. Okay, up and around here. Another soul item. Oh, fall over. Alright. Oh, wait. So there is a soul item over there. Whoa, I almost didn't make that. Alright, so we have a short sword now. What are the stats on that? Short sword. 100. This is my 110. Let's see the moveset quick. I can't remember this one. Too bad. Let's see what the R2 is. Ooh, yep, we want that. I like the thrusting stab there. Although I do like that hand axe. Alright, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna leave that jump for now, although we, whoa! That was the archer, I believe, who fell down. Oh, and you notice this guy get up. So there'll be enemies that you won't notice right away, kind of blend into the environment, that will suddenly get up once you get close to them and trigger them. Let me just check my equipment here. Alright. You know what? I am going to use these knives. Hello. Oh, how'd that feel? I gotta stop saying that. Oh, look at he's on the barrel. At him. Oh, you don't even get to rest on a barrel. Fuck you, cupboard. Alright, so if we had a cross. Whoa, hello! Alright, now you can hear him growling here, which is, I guess, is your giveaway that there's somebody here. Oh, but you know what? We went a different route, so let's just walk up to this guy. Put him out of his misery. Now there's a guy way down there. Let's see if he wants to come play. Soon take him out. So here you'll notice a walkway. You'll be able to get onto that walkway from a different area. Alright, now you'll notice a guy up on a ledge above you, and then another, I believe, archer way up there. We are gonna get this archer out of our way. Alright, even the odds. And let's see. Yeah, he's got bombs. He may not drop down though, I can't remember. Alright, so we are gonna have to go up. Okay. Ah! Come on. I love it when they have just the most barest bit of health left. Come on. Whoa! Ow! Come on. Yeah. Okay, that made up for getting hit by the one bomb. So, you'd think that would maybe be all of them, but no, they've got a little hiding guy over here. Okay, nice little buckler. And we are out of Estus flasks, but we have plenty of life gems. So that pathway I was talking about, here's where you can drop down and go to that. We're not going to do that just yet. We are going to go over here and get a soul item. Witching urn times 5, pretty nice. These guys with the halberds can be kind of nasty. Oh, right as I come across the corner, of course, he's doing that. I guess that's my fault, not timing it well. Who's having a summon sign over here? Alright. So through here, open this door here. And we'll light the bonfire. And I think this is probably a good point to call it quits for this first episode. Right after we talk to this kind little lady.
Buy something. Anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
So this NPC is great. I love the character design with this traveling, I don't even know what you would call that on her back, shop on her back with the lantern, and it's great. She reminds me of the merchant from Resident Evil 4, and not only kind of in the looks, but also when she says, "Thank you kindly." It's just, I believe he says that in that game too. It sounds just like it. So this is the merchant hag Melentia. She sells some fairly useful stuff. This traveling merchant stuff is great if you're trying to farm for items, as it will boost your item discovery rate. She sells some 5 human effigies, and to start with, only 10 of these life gems, although eventually she will sell an infinite number of those. I am going to buy some fire bombs. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to buy. No, you know what? I'm going to buy 4 of those, and the rest we're going to buy some throwing knives.
Thank you kindly.
And we're going to rest here quick. And then I'm going to try one more thing before I call it quits. So one useful thing you can do, and we'll see if I can get it to work, is we can take this firebomb and on the other side, I don't know if I need a black firebomb or if I'm just not hitting it right. This wall will blow up, but I may need to be on the other side. There's some barrels on the other side of this there'll be a guy who will throw a bomb down at you, and if you can get him to blow up those barrels, you'll open up a shortcut. But for some reason, I couldn't get the wall to blow up with my bombs there. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Hope to make more of these. The Dark Souls games are by far my favorite games. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.